Welcome to another episode of Fougere Family Ventures. Today, I am going to show you the Downrigger system that I'm using on my 14-foot WC Lund. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Starting from the top down, I chose to go with the Scotty 1085 Downriggers. I'll put a link up here for you, and I'll also put the link in the description. I chose to go with the Scotty 1085s because it has a thicker boom, it has a longer boom, and I needed something that I could double stack with. I have a couple videos of double stacking my lines on my channel. Check those out as well. And when I double stack, I wanted to have a 10-pound downrigger ball. So if you can see this downrigger ball, that is a 10-pound downrigger ball. In order to double stack and to keep my line straight up and down on the water, I needed a downrigger that could handle a heavier weight. I also like the 2-foot per turn spool. Every time you turn this, you're coming up 2 feet on your downrigger. Now, to make using this downrigger easier, I chose to go with the Scotty swivel base. The swivel base is great when I'm transporting. Sometimes I will have my downriggers attached to my boat and I can swivel them in. There is a lock feature on the Scotty downrigger that you can use right here. I don't use that. I tried it one year and the Scotty downrigger, actually this stopper came out. My downriggers fell down and I had them up to the side and they fell out to the side and I could have hit a tree. I was going into some narrow areas, into a narrow little lake. So I don't use the stopper on the Scotties anymore. I will use this swivel base and I will attach it to my downrigger. And so it's easy. There's a button here and you just push it down and you can move it in. Swivel base is a great addition. But to get it up over the railings, I needed to go with a pedestal mount. Some people use customized pedestal mount, boat seats. There's different things you can use. But the Scotty 6-inch pedestal riser complemented this just perfectly. So if you see here, I have my brake. I can lift it up. I can swivel this out. It's that simple. So I can swivel this downrigger out to wherever I want it, and it'll lock in place on the swivel mount. I love the Scotty braking system. This brake here will lock, so when you're swiveling it out, it will actually lock, so you do have to hold the brake and slowly push it out as you're holding this, which is not a big deal. Push it down, swivel out, push the brake, swivel out. Now sometimes this brake doesn't work properly if you're having issues with it. I do have another video up here and I'll put that video in my description. And that video is how to adjust the brake on a manual downrigger. I had troubles with this a few years back, and adjusting the brake, knowing how to adjust the brake to take this apart on the water is a key thing that you need to learn. So loosen the brake, swivel this all the way out. Now we're locked in place. Now my downrigger is straight out from the boat and I need to get my downrigger ball into the water. I have my downrigger release clip. I prefer to attach my release clip to the fin of my ball. This is the style of ball that I have. So I'm attached there. There are clips that you can get that will clip onto your cable. I use those clips if I'm double stacking, but I don't always like to use those clips double stacking. Number one, if you're reeling up and you hit and you're not paying attention and you hit your downrigger, those clips can pop off, you lose a release clip. You don't want to do that. So in my double stacking videos, you're actually going to see me using a Macks Shuttle Hawk. Now the Macks Shuttle Hawk is a great device for double stacking. You just clip it to your downrigger cable and you speed up and it'll dive down, and that will be your top line. It'll dive down to where you need it to be and it'll stay there. When you're letting your ball into the water, some people will hold it by the cable. I've done that once. It doesn't feel very good. So I do like to hold my ball. I will reel it in as much as I can. You could drop it over the side, or you can lift your downrigger up because your brake is holding it, and you can drop this into the water. I like to use the rod holder as a lifting device for my downrigger. I can lift up just like that. I don't very often put my rods in the downrigger rod holder, and the reason for that is I have Scotty Oarlocks here Hopefully you can see that. I have my Scotty Oarlocks. These are my Oarlock Mounts with Scotty. These are the power locks, so you can lock your rod in place. If you're sitting on the middle bench, you can quickly grab the rod, you can pull it out, and you can fight your fish. If it's over here, the person that's in the middle bench has to come up, grab the rod, and the boat moves a lot more that way. So I prefer it this way. This is my setup. I hope you loved this video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel.